What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I will be reading The Creation of the Cosmos, a Norse legend. This version comes from the book Viking Spirit by Daniel McCoy. With all that being said, let our story begin. Before there was sky or ground, or sun or ocean or grass, or anything we know from our world, there was nothing but Ginnungagap, the yawning abyss. This void of uninterrupted silence and darkness stretched infinitely in all directions. Then in the south appeared Muspelheim, the land of fire, and in the north Niflheim, the land of fog. The fires of Muspelheim blew sparks out into the void, while the icy waters of Niflheim overflowed into the void. Fire and ice crept toward each other until, at last, they met in the middle. Amid the hissing and sputtering, the drops from the melting ice formed a being named Ymir, Scream, the first of the giants. When Ymir slept, he sweat, and from the sweat of his hands and feet came more giants, and so their kind was established. The drops from the ice also gave rise to another being, the first cow, whose name was Audhumbla, the hornless one rich in milk. She nourished Ymir with milk from her bulging udder, while she, in turn, was nourished by blocks of ice in the ice. After she had licked the ice for a whole day, a man's hair emerged in the evening. By the end of the second day, his entire head had been uncovered. And by the end of the third day, Audhumbla had at last licked the man free of the ice. He was handsome and strong. This was Buri, father, the first of the gods. Buri had a son named Bor, son. Bor slept with a maiden from the giants, Bestla. Her name meant wife, and she was the daughter of Bothorn, thorn of misfortune. Bestla conceived and bore 3 sons, Odin, Vili, and Ve. The inspired one, Will and Holiness, turned on the progenitor of their mother's line and slew him. So much blood blushed forth from Ymir that all of the giants were drowned. Well, almost all of them. That is, one named Bergelmir, mountain bellower, escaped with his family, and from them are descended all giants in the cosmos. Then the sons of Bor fashioned the world from Ymir's corpse. From his blood they made the seas, rivers, and lakes. His flesh they sculpted to form the ground with all of its subtle contours. And from his bones they made the great stones that lie beneath the ground and sometimes stick up from it. Smaller rocks were made from his teeth, and from the bones that were broken during his murder. Green and woody plants were shaped with his hair. When the land had taken its shape, they set the oceans in a ring around it. His skull they made into the dome of the sky, and appointed 4 burly dwarves, who had begun their lives as maggots writhing in Ymir's putrid flesh, to hold it up at the 4 cardinal points: Nordri in the north, Austri in the east, Sudri in the south, and Vestri in the west. Odin, Vili, and Ve next took embers and sparks from Muspelheim, some great and some small, and placed them in intricate formations rotating around the earth. When they are above the earth, their light shines down upon it, and by them time can be reckoned. The brothers appointed the outermost part of the land, that which abutted the encircling sea, as the dwelling place of Bergelmir and his kin. But in the center they made a place for humans, who at that time had not yet been made. They called this part of the world Midgard, and to protect it from the giants, they made a great wall around it from Ymir's eyebrows. By that point, out of all of the pieces of Ymir's corpse, only his brain was left unused. The crafty brothers tossed it into the sky and teased it apart into many strands, which became the clouds. Ymir had been quite hard-mooded, as you might expect for a giant, and this is why clouds are so gloomy and somber to this day. Finally, from the finest parts of the cosmos, the gods constructed a magnificent dwelling place for themselves, and called it Asgard.